We are back at SGMP and it's exciting to be back. This is always a fun week that we look forward to. We kind of took off the whole summer of racing. We haven't raced the Duster since UCC. We tore up the body with tire shake and then broke a valve on Saturday. So we had kind of took the summer off to get everything fixed up and just set it up for radials. So we're excited to come out here and play a little bit of home run derby and see what kind of times we can put down with the car. So last year we finished No Mercy with a 385 at 198.4 mile an hour. And the goal for this week is to better that time. So I think if we can put everything together, we would have the potential to put the car into the 70s, but everything has to work together and it is never easy. It's always a fight. The car's already fought us tooth and nail getting here, but that's just normal for racing. So stay tuned, we're gonna have a good week of racing.
All right, we got the first lap under our belt. Of course, we spun the tires, but we really kind of expected that. Track is a typical Tuesday test and tune track, so it's not great, but looking at the data, kind of looked fairly similar to one of our faster 60-foots that we had last year. Just really weren't able to carry the front tire, unloaded the rear tire, so took some weight off of the nose and loosened the front up a little bit, and are trying to let it pick the front end up a little bit quicker so we can keep the weight back on the tire and hopefully see if it'll make a 60-foot hit this round. So looks like we're only going to get one more try tonight. They had a little bit of a mishap on the track that they're working on cleaning up, and then yeah, we'll get a little bit of sleep and hopefully hit it again first thing in the morning before it gets too hot.
Okay, we got 2 licks in tonight, knocked the tire off in the first 0.2 of a second. It's really tricky on this thing to get the weight to transplant and get the shocks to extend and drive the tire into the ground. We made a couple shock changes, took a little 4 pounds off the nose. It's really like running a teeter-totter on this thing. So we've got some data, we're gonna make some changes. The track will get better tomorrow and we'll just keep plugging away at it. We'll go fast tomorrow. This morning, knocked the tire off both times. The first pass this morning, we kind of noticed the car shifting more of the load to the right side. After digging in, we found that bushing that was torn up on the wishbone, so we got that fixed. And we also reset the anti-roll bar to neutral. So we went back to a little bit more power than what we had on this last pass, because when the nitrous came on, when we let off the button, there wasn't enough fuel quantity there for the nitrous and it snuffed the turbo. So we're back to almost last night's tune-up with some suspension changes. Gonna give it a lick, see what happens. we're going into qualifying round 1 here on Wednesday night. So we've just made a bar change, went a little bit more aggressive with the rear pinion angle as well. Hopefully we can get it to go down. We've done a bunch of testing, done nothing but kick the tires. So qualifying, you generally do a little better track prep. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Car 358.5.
Woo! It was a decent wheelie, was it not? I didn't know. Zig and I both thought it wheelie pretty good.
Well, look at that. We made it down the track for Q1. Went 390. What was that? 397?
392.
392 at 197.
Was it 197?
Yeah, I think so. But I'll look at the time slip later. But it's exciting when you struggle during testing and then gets in the evening qualifying. The track's actually good and the car goes down. It's fun. It does make you look kind of slow when you run beside a car that runs 350s, but that gives us a goal to shoot for. We want to take this car. I think we have the capabilities of working our way at least into the 370s with the equipment that we have. We just have some work to do to get the 60-foot fast, and we're looking forward to tomorrow to see what we can do.
We made our test pass Thursday morning, and the engine is now
All right, test pass this morning, made it to the 330, got decent data, but a lot of blow by. Car was just not acting happy this morning. It started really hard, and now since the pass, it takes ether to start it. So we're thinking we hurt something in the engine. We're about to do a leak down test, and to confirm that, definitely seems like our weekend might be getting cut short unless we can find some parts and get it back running, but we'll let you know here soon.
Okay, we got the engine apart, we got the head off, got the pistons out. You can see over here, this is piston number 1. We've got ring tension that is pretty small, and this is what ring gap is supposed to look like, right in here. So anytime that we see a tight ring gap like that, we've got too much heat into the ring, and then the ring doesn't have enough tension, and that will pick up blow by. So we were able to, with watching our crankcase pressure data, see that we have a problem with the ring gap and take it apart before we actually hurt anything. The hone is still good, but we are going to touch up these pistons where the scuffing heads. We hit 2,000 degrees EGTs on the pass last night, so it's running really hot. Well, I can fix that in tuning by just changing air-fuel ratios, and we are also going to put new rings on the pistons. We're going to clean up these pistons a little bit, put a fresh hone in the sleeves and put it back together, see what our crankcase pressure is, and hopefully be able to make passes for qualifying on Friday. Okay, we're going to do a quick demonstration of how our crankcase safety control works. We're actually going to disconnect the crankcase safety hose from the engine and hit it with compressed air. And once that pressure gets above 4 psi, simulating crankcase pressure, it should shut the car off. And we just did a demonstration where we picked the front of the car up based on our wheelie height sensor. We've got a laser shooting down on the ground. So as you're coming up, it trims fuel quantity. So it goes from full power, knocks 200 horse, 500 horse, 700 horse out of the car, the higher it goes. Same thing with crankcase. If we've got a ring going away, as crankcase pressure goes up, we want it to shut the car off to keep it from exploding the oil tank and putting oil on the ground and crashing the car. So that we're going to do a quick demonstration of how that works. So we got everything ready for Q2. We got the car running at 2:30 this morning, put it on the staging limiter this morning after we got up. We're up in the staging lanes for second round of qualifying, and we started to get rain, so we pushed it back. And so now it's just a waiting game till the weather clears, and hopefully later this afternoon we'll get to make our Q2. Okay, we had an almost full pass in Q2, went 4:04 at 164 mile an hour, letting off early. We figured out that in our midnight thrash, we did not get our E-gate plug back in, so we had no wastegate control, and the ECU was protecting turbo shaft speed the whole run, so it was trimming fuel quantity way back. But now we have that data. Engine looks all right, so we're going to pull the turbo off and check it out, make sure it's okay, because turbo shaft speed was running about peaked at 118,000 RPM, but the ECU held it at about 114 to 115,000 the rest of the run. We're gonna just check the turbo, make sure it's all right. That way it's ready for Q3 tomorrow morning. We've had some weather here again tonight, so we're probably not gonna be able to get another qualifier here on Friday night, but Saturday morning we'll get Q3, and then probably go into eliminations Saturday night.
Why are we scrambling? Because radio silence for 2, maybe 3 hours, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, it's a call to the lanes. Thanks for the heads up, but no, we are lucky to get another pass in tonight, buttoning up a few things, and getting ready to go up to the lanes to make a third qualifier.
Does not turbo anymore. I reached up there and I'm like, yeah, that's not good.
Sure I was in 5th gear.
Well, we did get our third pass tonight. We thought it was going to be tomorrow, and made it to the burnout box, and the turbo decided it doesn't want to turbo anymore. Because check this out. It is bad noises. That's not good. So we're going to put our spare turbo on, and we're not sure if we get another qualifier in the morning or if it's going into eliminations in the morning. And Dylan Long is mooning me right now. His ass is very long. He's tall, and so is his butt crack. What an exciting eliminations, said no one ever when you both kick the tires, but really kind of frustrating. The tune-up that we thought was 100% safe, that went down, the last 2 passes did not go down in eliminations. 1 in 5 of the first RVW cars knocked the tire off, so when the sun comes out, it really changes the dynamic of the racetrack, and we don't have enough data on radials to know exactly what changes we need to make as far as RPM or boost on the hit to compensate for every temperature change that the track's at, but that's racing. So we're going to get this data pulled, see if I can see anything, but the car still runs, the turbo's not blown up, the trans is not broken, and we can put it back in the trailer with a running race car, and that's a win. And we're going to keep it on radial, so we'll be able to come back the next radial race, back it out of the trailer, and have this as a starting point going forward. So that is a big benefit as opposed to going back and forth between big tire and radial. So hope you guys enjoyed the week. It was a lot of work, but we're going to see you next time.